Well, earlier in the week, or was it last week? I'm not sure which now. I told you about a three-part series that I started watching on BBC Two, but I think it was made an American program. Features all sorts of people there, and it's all about the music business anyway, and which is a law unto itself in many ways. I watched the last episode, and that was very interesting. And it featured Ice-T, and he was talking about the 360 deal. Now, this is something that's come up in the last 20 years. I think this is probably an answer to the Napster, and all the downloading, etc., of music, because albums don't tend to sell in the same amount as they used to. So record companies are looking to recoup their costs and make profits, obviously, which that's what they're in business for. But the 360 deal is not good for many artists, and new artists tend to grab at the first opportunity they have, and because the contracts are not particularly clear, they're muddied with all sorts of things. People sign things, and this has been going on for a long time. They sign contracts which later they find are really to their cost, and they wish they hadn't. Some people tied hand and foot, some musicians, singers, etc., for a very long time, and come out protracted legal proceedings that cost a fortune. Anyway, Ice-T was talking about this. Various other artists, Trevor Nelson, the radio DJ on BBC. I'm not sure if it's BBC, if it's Radio 1 or Radio 2, but I think it's Radio 1. He was discussing it. That was very interesting. They talked about Little Richard, and he really had been badly ripped off. Nina Simone, there were some clips of her being interviewed. It looked as though, I know I'm a big Nina Simone fan, it looked as though in this one interview as though she'd had a stroke at some time or other, which had affected her speech, and she was talking about the terrible problems that she'd had with the music being bootlegged and put out by various companies, specifically in the UK, and sold under different names, etc. She never saw a penny out of it. Anyway, she'd got some lawyer that was chasing that up. I think she's been dead for some time now. And then there was a very interesting clip that was shown. It lasted, I don't know, about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and it was Prince. And he didn't, he wasn't all dressed up or whatnot, but he was talking to an audience of people, and he was saying how his first 3 albums were funded by the record company, presumably Warner's, and then he's such a fantastically talented man. He played so many instruments, and he was talking about this thing, like the artist formerly known as Prince. And the point he was making was, after the first 3 albums, he was recording everything himself, using his own musicians in his own studio, his own time, and he felt that he was prepared to license his masters to the record companies, but he wasn't prepared to give them to them. And that's how all this thing with the artist formerly known as Prince, because he said, if I'm paying for everything, they should belong to me. And that went on for quite a while, that legal case anyway. But it was interesting listening to him talking to the audience and explaining his position, which made it abundantly clear, obviously, to a lot of people that were there anyway. But it's been an amazing series, this Paid in Full. Check it out if you can. If you can look on iPlayer, I think it's BBC Two. It'll be around for maybe another 28 days or something like that. Ice-T is very interesting as well. He made a point that if the record company came to him and said, look, we'll pay you $1 for every album that sold, we'll pay you $1. And he said, well, that means say I sell 5 million albums and I've still got to pay my tax out of it, and I've got to pay musicians, etc. And yes, I know he's in Law and Order, SVU, Law and Order, which we watch avidly and avidly and avidly. But he made some interesting points there as well. Just pay the musicians what they're due. Pay them the money that they're due. Check it out, because I think you'll find that it's very entertaining. I certainly did anyway. Okay, thanks for watching this. If you've got viewpoints on this, please leave in the comments, because I always love to read your comments, and I always try and answer them. And make sure you come back again, or subscribe, and then you'll get all the updates on what videos that I've made. I usually make about one a day anyway, to keep things going. Okay, take care, have a great day. Bye for now.